Measurement of time. In this module you will learn how to measure time using different devices. In the morning you must be using alarm clock to start your day. Time plays an important role in planning almost all our activities like eating, studying, playing, etc. It is defined as the interval between two events. Most of the matches are also time-bound. Thus, we can say that the measurement of time is an inseparable part of our day-to-day life. You can easily look into your watch or the clock at your home to know the time. Have you ever thought of how people used to know the time in earlier days? Let's now take a trip down to History Lane and learn about few time measuring devices used in ancient days. In ancient times, people used various events that occurred at regular intervals, such as occurrence of day and night, to count time intervals. As you all know, our Earth takes 365 and 1 by 4 days to complete one revolution around the Sun. The Earth also rotates on its own axis and takes 24 hours to complete one rotation on its axis, which is termed as a solar day. The duration of day is further divided into smaller units of time, such as hours, minutes, and seconds. Note that the SI unit of time is second. Earlier, man used a device known as sundial for measuring time. This device was invented by Egyptians. The sundial had a horizontal circular board with a triangular plate of metal fixed vertically on it along the north-south direction. As the sun moves across the sky, the edge of the shadow fell at different hour lines on the plate at different times of the day, thereby dividing the day in morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Some historical sundials still exist in India. Another time measuring device used in earlier days was the sand clock, also known as sand glass or sand timer. It consisted of bulbs placed one above the other, connected with a narrow tube. In a sand glass, sand flows from one bulb to another through the narrow tube connecting them in a fixed interval of time. The device could be inverted in order to measure the time again. These devices were not very accurate and no longer used. Wall clocks and watches have replaced them. One of the first clocks is pendulum clock, which was invented by Galileo in 1581. It is based on the principle of a simple pendulum. A simple pendulum consists of a metal ball called bob suspended from a rigid support with the help of a long thread. On pushing the bob slightly, you will observe that the bob moves to and fro.
WET.
and gradually comes to a stop. This to and fro motion of the ball is called oscillation. The time taken for the ball to complete one oscillation is fixed. This is used to measure the time in pendulum clock. The pendulum oscillates and controls the seconds hand of the pendulum clock. Imagine you are at a swimming carnival and need to record exact time in which swimmers complete the race. You use stopwatches to note the accurate time which can be started and stopped as per the need. A stopwatch has a smaller minute scale and a larger second scale. The long hand measures the time in seconds, whereas the short hand measures the time in minutes. Another type of watches are the battery-operated digital watches that don't have minute, hour, or second hands, but display the time directly in digits. Let us recapitulate what you have learned in this module. Time plans almost all our activities and is defined as the interval between two events. In ancient times, people used various events that occurred at regular intervals to count time interval. Various units of time are year, solar day, minutes, and seconds. SI unit of time is second. Sundial, sand clock, water
Water
clock,
clock.
and pendulum clock were some of the time measuring devices used in ancient times. In a sundial, as the sun moves across the sky, the edge of the shadow fell at different hour lines on the plate at different times of the day, thereby dividing the day in morning, afternoon, evening, and night. In a sand glass, sand flows from one bulb to another through the narrow tube connecting them in a fixed interval of time. The pendulum in a pendulum clock oscillates in a fixed interval of time and controls its seconds hand. Nowadays, time is measured with the help of wall clocks, stopwatches, and digital watches. In a stopwatch, the long hand measures the time in seconds, whereas the short hand measures the time in minutes. Battery-operated digital watches display the time directly in digits.